What's good, y'all? Shout out to my Wizards fans. Just heard some semi good news. I just chewed out Ernie this morning because he was making no moves whatsoever. I got a haircut, so I got to show off the haircut a little bit. But he was making no moves until really today. We signed Thomas Bryant. I was like, wow, that's like the best move we're gonna make. But he signed Jeff Green to a minimum deal, 1 year, 2.5 million, which is a pretty good deal. We lost Mike Scott, but that's a pretty good. Jeff Green played decent. He was basically LeBron's Lebanon sidekick for the most of the playoffs, for the NBA Finals. Basically, for the most of the playoffs, he was his sidekick. Was kind of his most consistent player, other than Kevin Love, or basically other than Kevin Love. Nobody else really showed up on that Cleveland team other than Braun and K Love. Really, Korver could shoot the ball a little bit, but other than that, there was really nobody that you really lean on. But Jeff Green stepped up big in that Boston series. So I think that's a good pickup. He's athletic. He slam dunked on Jan. I mean, he baptized Jan last year. So I'm pretty excited. I'm a little bit excited about the Jeff Green signing. He is kind of similar to Mike Scott. He's just way more athletic. Mike Scott can actually shoot a little bit, but Jeff Green, he's decent. That's a good pickup. That's a decent pickup. We already have a lot of forwards anyway, but Jeff Green can come off the bench for us and play pretty well. He might actually play more than Keith. Keith didn't really play too well last season, so if Keith's not playing well, then I would just throw Jeff Green in there, honestly, kind of like what we did with Mike Scott when Keith wasn't really playing well. And then the Dwight Howard signing, that's a pretty good signing. Dwight Howard, if he can be quiet, not cause any trouble in the locker room, because we already know our locker room last year stunk. It was bad with Gortat, John. It was bad. It was a terrible locker room. I think Brad was involved with it a little bit too. It was just bad vibes all around, man. Twitter and all that. Twitter fingers, just we got that out of here. Dwight, he just had some history in the locker room. I don't think the guys in Atlanta really liked him. Him and Kobe Bean, Bryant, they didn't get along, of course. Him and James Harden, didn't get along, of course. Charlotte, I think there was a little arguing and stuff like that too. So, but nah, Dwight played really well last year. Actually, he averaged a double double, which he always averages a double double. The only cons is him shooting the free throws, and he doesn't have a post moves. We really don't really need him to post up like that. If he can just do a pick and roll with John and catch a lob and finish, and dunk on people and rebound, and hit at least, we're asking you to just at least hit 70% of your free throws. Because in the fourth quarter, we know they're just going to hack it to Dwight, foul him, and whatnot, and stuff like that. And he's already bigger and stronger than most of the bigs in this, basically all the bigs in this league, except for like maybe DeMarcus Cousins and like some other guys like that. But I'm pretty happy with the Dwight sign. I'm happy. I think that's a lot better than Nerlens, a lot better than Gortat, a lot better than Alex Len. Those were the names that were floating around, guys like that. I'm a lot happier with signing Dwight, and we have a possibility of actually having 3 All-Stars. Last year we had Brad and John. This year I think we can actually, if Dwight locks in mentally, plays well, doesn't talk to the media, anything like that, then I think Dwight can be an All-Star in the East. I mean, I don't see why, because the East, we don't really have a lot of guys like that. Everybody's in the West now, so I feel like we can have 3 All-Stars in the East. I don't know how the format is for the All-Star game anymore, and then how does that have us compete? How does that make us better? So having Dwight, I think we can compete with the Celtics. I think we're better than Raptors now anyway. We should be able to beat the Raptors in the playoffs. We should be able to beat the Pacers. We should be able to compete with the Celtics. So I mean, if they just lock in, man, it's mentally, it's up here, man. John, Brad, Otto, you have to be aggressive, bro. You have to. We're counting on you this year. You got to step up. Oubre, we're counting on you as well to step up. Dwight, just lock in, man. Just catch lobs, finish, do that, make your free throws here and here. Maybe a little post move, face up. This is what you like to do. You'd like to get the ball in the post, face up, do your little spin, or what you do the little face up running hook. If you get it going, man. If not, then give the ball to John, let him work. Get the ball to Brad, let him work, man. So Jeff Green come in and dunk on somebody. I like those signs, man. Good job, Ernie. You finally did something decent. I give that like a B plus, man. That's decent. We lost out on Boogie, which was some BS, honestly. A 1 year, $5 million deal. Boogie's just weird, man. I'm done with him, man. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you're worse than KD almost. You're just as bad or worse than KD, for real. But good job. I give that grade is a B plus. And if we can sign maybe like a shooter or something like that, if we can find a shooter other than Jody Meeks, Maybe I wish we could have got Seth Curry, but I'm happy. I'm happy about those. I'm gonna say I'm pretty content and I'm happy with those picks. So all right, y'all, peace.